Greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence, and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest and top trending topics, broadcasting live and direct from Zimbabwe, Africa. So today, all the major newspapers have this ED story on the front page. The Herald says, "I will not extend my term, President." Then Daily News says, ED coups 2030 talk down in Zanu PF. Then we came across this image of Chichayo and Madam Boss. They met in a plane. Madam Boss was in the United States of America for the BET Awards, and Chichayo is said to have been in Dubai. Now we're going to be talking about what is happening within the ruling party now that the president has made this announcement, the dynamics involved. Before we do that, I'm just going to show you this moment when the Vice President Constantino Chiwenga resisted the 2030 Mnangagwa slogan. Now, what has led to this pressure on President ED that is happening right about now? We will go there in a short while. But in the meantime, between time, let us check this one. So, remember the video where President ED will be making our ministers make slogans. This one here. So I'm going to play this one first, so we can check the location here. All right, I hope you remember that setup there. Now, at that very same setup, on that very same day, we see a Vice President Constantino Chiwenga here. Watch and listen carefully how he introduces the President, how he introduces the Vice President.
General Chiwenga.
So you see that scarf that the Vice President is wearing, the gray scarf.
President of Zimbabwe, but this one, okay, Slogan. Zanu PF. The President of Emmerson Mnangagwa. Thank you very much.
All right, here we're seeing that there is no 2030. There is no 2030. Mnangagwa. A lot of guys write slogan on that very same day. Big up to Stanford Makwengwere watching us live right about now. Let me just replay that one again, and we see how he is introduced. So here he is introduced in a way that is different to the way the other members of Zanu PF were introduced there. All right, who brings whose hand up? Check. Do you see what happens there? Let me replay it again. Check who brings whose hand up. Yeah? The famous type of Mugabe and Joshua Ngabugo Nyongolonkomo pose there, the one that was famous, especially on Unity Day, we would see that image of Mugabe and Nyongolonkomo. Now again, who brings whose end up? So, VP Chiwenga is the person who is most likely to succeed President Emmerson Mnangagwa. He is the one that comes second in line. But there are other dynamics that are at play. There are other people who are likely to succeed President Emmerson Mnangagwa, depending on the situation in the nation. Right about now in Zanu PF, there is no squabbles and there is no visible factionalism. Should there be instability in Zanu PF and factionalism in Zanu PF, it is a situation where we will see General Valerio Sibanda coming in for military intervention and then lead a transition if there is no stability in Zanu PF. That is where Valerio Sibanda is highly likely to intervene and take over for some time. Now, the Chichayo controversy, we know Chichayo has been in controversy, implicating a lot of big names. When you go to the month of May, General Mnangagwa, this general who has become infamous for saying Zanu PF ichatonga kusukira madongi amera nyanga, Zanu PF is going to be ruling until donkeys grow horns. Here we see here this article. What does it say? Top army general fired over housing corruption, February 12, 2024. We see this here. General Mnangagwa is the one who is said to have fired these three generals. Remember, this guy retired and went to Tanzania on diplomatic mission. Then he came back again into the military. Why would he retire and come back? Something was happening there. Did any other general pass on during that period that required Mnangagwa to come and replace him in place? That question alone has some answers. All right, so here we see the high-level sources said ZNA Commander Lieutenant General Mnangagwa recently dismissed three commanders who include ZNA Chief of Staff Quartermaster Major General Hlangani Dube, Major General Paul Chima, Inspector General John Mpande, the Director General of Policy, Public Relations and International Affairs at the Ministry of Defense. The three Major Generals, Dume Chima and Mpande, were all but dismissed. They have been put in the pool department after an intervention by ZDF Commander General Philip Varelo to manage the housing scandal and their exit property. So, of all of them are going, but they will leave at the end of March, a security force source said. So these things, this corruption involves amounts ranging between $400,000 to $4 million, right? So in this case, I'm going to say only $4 million. Then we see other corruption scandals involved in way larger amounts than these ones. How would the military or the securocrats respond or view this with now all the controversy of the corruption allegations happening in Zimbabwe? Obviously, there was going to be a reaction there. Yes, Anzina Nyundo Juma, Chiwenga brings ED's hand up. Something happened there. Thank you very much for that comment. Amos Masunda, obvious, the one with power hungry. Good morning, Doc. All right, so now, the succession dynamics, the other people who are likely to succeed the president are July Moyo and Winston Chitando. These guys are rarely talked about in succession issues, but they have a very high chance of succeeding President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Remember, for you to be able to succeed, you have to be accepted by the international community. You have to be accepted within the party structure. And then the military factor has to also accept you. So obviously, the first likely successor to President Emmerson Mnangagwa is the current Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, who played a critical role in the 2017 ousting of Robert Mugabe, is the primary contender due to his influential position within the government and the ruling Zanu PF party. His military background and strong ties within the party structure position him as a key figure to succeed Emmerson Mnangagwa. Question will be, will he be accepted in the party? Obviously, they have accepted him, but it depends on how the other players would play the game. Another potential successor is General Valerio Sibanda, the current commander of the Zimbabwe Defence Forces. He has been mentioned as a possible leader in the event of a military intervention or a coup, which remains a possible but less likely scenario given that Zanu PF is stable. The political landscape in Zanu PF is also marked by underground factionalism within the Zanu PF. Now, figures like July Moyo and Winston Chitando are part of President Emmerson Mnangagwa's loyal associates, and this might influence the succession dynamics. Now, how will Winston Chitando do that? Remember this. Winston Chitando could position himself as a potential successor to Emmerson Mnangagwa through a combination of leveraging his political connections, and then his role within Zanu PF and his influence in the mining sector. Mining, he's the Minister of Mines. That is one of the most influential ministerial posts and one of the most powerful ministerial posts in the nation. So him being in the inner circle, he benefits from the current leadership support. His political activities and loyalty to Mnangagwa can help him gain favor and support within the party's hierarchy. Party loyalty. Demonstrating unwavering loyalty to Mnangagwa and aligning himself with key party politics and strategies can help solidify his standing within Zanu PF by building alliances and networking within the party. He can strengthen his ministerial role achievements. Remember, there is a Congress, a Zanu PF Congress coming in. And this Congress is coming in the year 2017. 2027, sorry. Not 2017, 2027. The last one was in 2022. So 5 years from 2022 is going to be 2027. The year 2027, from the year 2017, when Mnangagwa entered power, is going to be exactly 10 years. Of course, his first term began after the election, his first election. But he became president following the Zanu PF Congress. So we may see the same happening within Zanu PF to ensure a smooth transition. It wouldn't be wise for Zanu PF to have a new candidate begin by standing an election against Nelson Chamisa without building their own loyalty first. So, on Winston Chitando, the Minister of Mines, building coalitions, forming strategic alliances with influential figures within Zanu PF, as well as securing support from key stakeholders in business and military sectors, Chitando can build a strong coalition that backs his leadership aspirations, networking, engaging with various factions within the party, and ensuring that he is seen as a unifying figure who can bring stability and progress, could help him navigate complex internal dynamics of Zanu PF. Now, Winston Chitando is somebody asinama controversy kawanda uya asinango mako generally. Then, July Moyo is a key figure in Zimbabwe politics and a close ally of President Emmerson Mnangagwa. He could also position himself as a potential successor through various strategic moves. The same moves that Winston Chitando could make. Ministerial role as the Minister of Local Government, Public Works and National Housing, July Moyo wields significant influence over governance and infrastructure projects. It's the same ministry that what this guy again, Ignatius Chombo, was minister in. It's a very powerful ministry, this local governance and public works. So his control over these crucial areas allows him to build yeah, apologies there. My mic had just went off. There is no electricity here. All right. So my sound card works on external power and it is just gone off there. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live. So the other guys who are likely to succeed President Emmerson Mnangagwa, we have Winston Chitando and July Moyo, because they are very close to President Emmerson Mnangagwa. They have very powerful ministerial positions. In summary, July Moyo's path to potentially succeeding Mnangagwa involves leveraging his ministerial influence, building strategic alliances, enhancing his public and international image, and navigating internal dynamics of Zanu PF effectively. He's established political standing and loyalty to Mnangagwa's position, ZM, as a... Big up to everybody who's watching us live right about now. Enough respect to Dumisani Ngungu says, what about Frederick Shava? Morning Doc, Zim politics is easy to predict. The next president is going to be from Great Zimbabwe, or is he? That is a very tricky. Frederick Shava There's this thing about Frederick Shava. Okay, before making this video, I actually looked into Frederick Shava, right? So he was involved in the 1980 cabinet, Zimbabwe's first cabinet. Then, when S.B. Moyo, one of the influential generals and commanders, when S.B. Moyo passes on, it is Frederick Shava that replaces him. Do they just make a random replacement, or he was a replacement in terms of the post-coup agreement to who and who is going to get which post and which position? So Frederick Shava has no liberation war credentials that I've came across. The other history and association that I come across, Frederick Shava, he was a representative to the United Nations, where he was the president of the UN Economic and Social Affairs Council, right? And then he was a cabinet minister during the time of the Willowgate motor scandal, and he was convicted of perjury alongside some other ministers who were there in the Willowgate motor scandal. One of the ministers actually involved there would actually take his life. I'm forgetting the name of this minister who took his life per Willowgate motor scandal. So this guy, his chances of succeeding, the simple fact that he succeeded S.B. Moyo, it means he has a chance somewhere, somehow, in that fact alone, but no clear information on him is available on the public domain there, but he's a somebody. Anyways, so the Regis Nyavira Shava is corrupt. Big up to Priska Makwarimba. All right. So later on today, I'm going to be doing another video, another two videos covering these subjects. One of the videos I'm going to be doing is the 10 most powerful people in Zanu PF according to hierarchy and influence. The 10 most powerful people in Zanu PF according to hierarchy and influence. And also, I'm going to be doing also the most powerful military generals in Zimbabwe. The 10 most powerful military generals in Zimbabwe. So this is going to be the next video there, showing on the screen everybody involved. I'll give you the top 3. Number 1 in Zanu PF, the most powerful is Emmerson Mnangagwa. Number 2 is Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. Number 3 is Opa Muchinguri, who is the Minister of Defense. There are other people at play who are not part of the top 10. People like Chris Mutsangwa and Matemadanda, who may be influential if they consolidate their power. Anyways, enough respect to everybody who was watching us live right about now. Dr. Clarence is the name. TV7 Live is the channel. As always, thank you for watching. And I'm out.